Hey guys, what's up? Lingling is back with another story. Today we're gonna do story time again, and we're gonna go all personal for the third time this week. So, yeah, what is this story about? Obviously, it's the third Chinese kiss. So without further ado, let's get into this little story, shall we? So, I know the first two stories about my two first kisses in China, which is pretty, weird and embarrassing and negative. So this one, the third kiss, was actually very positive. Because obviously it's not like I had bad experience and I think all Chinese guys are really bad. It's nothing like that. It's just the first two just didn't go that well, and then the third one just was much better. So anyway, after I had stopped seeing this married guy, I started to talk more to the security guards outside my door. So in China there are a lot of these security guards because there are a lot of Chinese people and they should have a job, right? So they put them around the corner, every single corner, everywhere. And at our apartment building we also had a few guys, and they were like changing shifts every seventh hour. And so every time I went to school I would say hello, and every time I came back I would say hello, and they would ask me, have you been eaten? And I said yes. That's like a Chinese greeting instead of how are you. So I talked to these guys a little bit here and there. I was practicing my Mandarin. I thought that was a great way to try to talk to people and practice my pronunciation and everything. And actually, because I did not know how to say very much, because I was teaching children, so I always brought my crayons. So I actually sometimes I just stayed out there in the sun and we're like painting small pictures of horses and the sun and all these things, and the Chinese security guards would be like, oh, 太阳 ma, and then I would be like, oh, 太阳 for sun, right? So that's how I actually learned Mandarin in the beginning. It was just a really nice way of doing this. Well, anyway, one of these security guards, if you haven't guessed it yet, he was really cute. And we started to talk more, and we went for walks. After he had finished his shift, we would walk up and down and down and up. Like, this area was so pretty. It was in the southern part of China. There were palms, amazing weather all day, all night. It was just really great. So we walked around, and at some point he invited me for dinner, and we went out to a restaurant. All these, like, in the small town, open restaurants. You could sit and see what was going on outside. You sat on these small chairs and a little table and ate with chopsticks, and it was just very Chinesey. It was very local. I just loved it. It was just amazing. And this guy, he was so cute. He was so patient with me. Like, okay, so a conversation basically went like this. He said, so what is your name? And I was like, oh, I'm Lingling, because I understood that part. Yeah. So he said, what are you doing for a living? And I said, well, yeah, I just had rice. And he said, okay. And then he told me some story, and what I heard was just like blah 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 blah, and I was like, and it was just really cute, the conversation. He would ask me questions, where you from, what about my family, and all these things, and I would just be like answering in like total different direction. But he kept talking to me, and we were hanging a lot, and it was just very nice, and just to practice Mandarin, and I thought it was great company. There were not that many young people around that area, so I thought it was quite nice, right? So yeah, one day I thought I had his number obviously on my non-cool old phone, and I texted him, are you working? He said yes, and he was not downstairs. I walked down and to see him, but he was not there. So I thought, that's weird. So I went for a walk around the little town. We were in this little area of the town, and I found him in this other place where he was standing, like the security checkout gate. I don't know what it's called. Like, you press a button and then the thing goes up and the car can drive out. I don't know what you call that. But anyway, he was standing there, and I went inside his little house there. He was just playing on his phone, and I said, how are you? And we talked a little bit, and then he kissed me. in his pretty uniform. He was so handsome, and the coolest part about him was that his name was Flying Dragon. Yeah. Flying Dragon. Me and Flying Dragon, we were having lots of fun. One problem about this little thingy thing was just that at that time I did not know that many Chinese people, when they're dating, it's pretty serious. So he thought that we were now a couple, and he actually also assumed that I would stay there and get married with him. I think it was like a translation on the phone kind of problem, you know, because I tried to tell him a few times. At that time Mandarin was getting better, so I told him I'm going to Beijing and then I'll go home, and he was just like yeah, so the last day when I left, he actually followed me down to the bus, and he was a little confused, but I tried to tell him again. And I thought he accepted it, but then when I came to Beijing, I received more presents from him. I have, like, until this day, I still don't know how he got my address, but he sent me presents and like love letters, and I thought, wow, he's so cute, but this is like way too much, and I felt bad for him as well. So, but anyway, I tried to tell him again and again and again, we're not gonna get together. I'm sorry, I won't come back to this town. I really like you, you're a nice person, but that's it. So yeah. I hope that he doesn't hate me, but it was just a really cute little romance, and I learned that you should not just flirt around with Chinese guys unless you tell them first that you're not in for a marriage. Well, anyway, I hope you guys liked this little video. Please give me a thumbs up. If you liked it, comment below if you have anything to comment on. And yeah, please let me know if you want to hear more stories from my Chinese dating experiences. There are quite a few, yeah. So please let me know in the comments below, and subscribe for more videos from Lingling. And until next time, guys, have a nice day and 再见. Hey guys, what's up? Lingling is back with another video. Today we're gonna do all personal style again, because today I want to tell you guys about my second Chinese kiss in China. Obviously, Chinese kiss in China. You got the point, right? Okay, well, whatever. Without further ado, let's get started.